Hey all, so today I wanted to talk about the upcoming Endwalker changes for tanks in a bit more detail. When it comes to tanking, well, it's not a role I play very much. I have only gotten a Paladin to the level cap at the moment, but I do have experience playing most of the tanks. I may not be an expert, but sometimes an outsider's perspective can also be helpful. So let's start off with the overall tank changes coming for Endwalker. The first big change coming to all tanks is defensive buffs will grant greater benefits when used at optimal times. So, for example, say you cast Rampart right before the boss is going to hit you with its tank buster, and because you used it at that optimal time, Rampart will now give you some additional benefit. I think this is a really cool feature, and it's something I already do when I tank. Well, obviously there's no benefit for doing that now, but it still feels really cool when you pop a defensive right before taking the hit. They mentioned that it won't be like an action game, that is, it won't require really good reflex timing to get the benefit. Next up, just like with physical DPS, using ranged attacks will not break the combos. So, for example, say you were playing on your warrior, and you were on the main step of your combo. Then the boss decides to drop a point-blank AoE that you need to get out of. You can toss your tomahawk from ranged, and then get back into range and finish up your combo with Storm's Path. I said it in the physical DPS video, and I'm gonna say it again. This change is something I've been waiting for a while, and I am thrilled that we are finally getting it. They also talk about parity for tanks as well. Basically, magical and physical damage should be the same in Endwalker. That's really all there is to say about that, so let's now start talking about the changes coming to Paladin. So the first change mentioned is that Requiescat will do the same amount of damage regardless of your remaining MP. So this is a flat out damage buff for Paladins. Can't complain about that. Here's a fun fact. Requiescat basically means rest in peace in Latin. Next up, they are adding a 3-attack combo starting with Confidior. Yeah, this is kind of expected. When expansions come out, you get bigger combos, you get more buttons to press. Cool. Intervene will now have a 20 yalm range. Great, gets me into the action from an even further distance. And that's really all that was announced for Paladin, so not much to go on there. Let's jump on into Warrior. So, first of all, damage up effects can now be triggered and extended by AoE combos. You know, one of the most annoying things in an AoE combo is when you have to go back into your single target combo to reapply self buffs. I'm looking at you, Dragoon Disembowel. So, I'm all about this change. It will make AoE much more fluid, and that will make AoE more fun. I'm really hoping this is something that all the jobs will be getting. Next up, Onslaught and Upheaval will no longer drain the beast gauge. Onslaught is also getting an additional change. In Endwalker, it will have 3 charges, greatly adding to the warrior's mobility. Warriors will now be able to zip around the field, and that just sounds like so much fun. Upheaval, becoming a free DPS, that's pretty cool too. Next up, a new action will be available when you use Inner Release, and the recast time is being changed from 90 seconds down to 60 seconds. They also were talking about Nascent Flash, but I can't for the life of me figure out what they meant. I think there was some miscommunication when they were talking about this. Anyways, that is everything for Warrior, so let's go over Dark Knight. So first up, Salted Earth is now going to be an AoE around the Dark Knight, and when they use this ability, they will get access to another action. It seems that many abilities are getting actions tied to them. Not complaining, just an observation. So this is a really good change because most Dark Knights were just macroing Salted Earth to drop it on their characters anyway. This is just taking the middleman out. Next up, when you use Living Shadow to call forth your Simulacrum, a new action will be available for the Dark Knight to use. They also mentioned that Delirium will have its recast timer changed to 60 seconds. They also said something about being affected up to 3 times? Not sure what they meant there. Maybe it's getting some charges? Plunge will also be extended to 20 yalms. You know, keeping it in line with the other tank gap closers. And finally, a new defensive buff, separate from the Blackest Night, is going to be added. And that was everything for Dark Knight, so let's finish up with Gunbreaker. So the first big change coming to Gunbreaker is that the Gnashing Fang, Savage Claw, Wicked Talon combo can now all be bound to a single button. When you press Gnashing Fang, that action will change to Savage Claw. They are designing this combo to act like how combos act in solo roleplay duties and PvP. I honestly think all basic combos should be designed this way. It would really help with hotbar action bloat, and I think it would be really helpful to controller players. It doesn't take skill to press 3 buttons in sequence. Next up, Rough Divide will be changed to 20 alms, keeping it in line with the other tank gap closers. The other points were pretty short, so here they are. Continuation will be usable following Burst Strike. They are going to introduce a trait, raising the cartridge capacity to 3. And that was really everything that they announced for tanks. Warrior, in my opinion, is looking like it will be the most fun, mainly due to the changes they announced to the gap closer. What can I say? I really like having lots of mobility. The Gunbreaker Gnashing Fang combo change, that is also really cool. It is something I am really hoping they implement for other jobs as well. So, which of the tanking changes have you most excited? Will you be changing your tank main come Endwalker? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.